गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः सीताय पतये नमः सीताय पतये नमः. So today for a change we will chant 11 times Trambakam Yajamahe. And then 10, 11 or 21 times, whatever. We'll see. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritaat. 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 Sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om. So we are in our 4th day in Bali. and we are looking at how to sing. What are the requirements for singing well? And all this was told by Uluk Maharaj. And if you were all awake when the owl was cooing out here, सुबह सुना कि तुम दो तीन ने सुना ना? हाँ, Uluk, there was an owl here in the morning. So maybe it was the same one coming to fix us. So we saw how, just to recap, that how Naradji getting obsessed by a young princess, wanting her for himself, goes to Narayana. Rishi Parvat, Sage Parvat also goes to Narayana. He also falls in love with the princess, who is none other than Lakshmi herself. And Narayana says, okay, because they are both great devotees. But both of them, when they come to know that they are interested in getting married to her, each one of them independently goes to Narayana and says, please make the other's face monkey, so that I get selected. And the queen came, just smiled at them, and eventually found one young boy in between them, and she put the varmala around his neck, and then they both vanished from there. And then when Naradji came back to Narayana, Narayana said, yes, it was me. How can Lakshmi get married to anyone else other than me? And does it behove sage, Brahmaputra of your caliber, who is Bal Brahmachari, to go after a girl? Not possible. So I had to do this. But before he could answer this, Narad Muni, under the influence of lust and desire, which leads to anger when that desire is not fulfilled, this is the rule. So what is the rule? You see something, if you see it twice, you will get attached to it. If you get attached to it, you will desire it. If you desire it, either you will be satisfied or you will not be satisfied. If you are not satisfied, or there is some obstacle in satisfaction of your desire, there will be anger. If you get satisfied, it will lead to greed, and greed can never be satisfied. Again, it will lead to anger. Anger leads to delusion. Delusion leads to loss of memory. Loss of memory means that you forget what is right and wrong. And when a human being forgets what is right and wrong in life, that is the fall of man. And what is right? Vivek, remember Vivek? Vivek is discrimination between right and wrong. It's not buddhi. Discrimination means to differentiate between that which is permanent and impermanent. What is permanent? Atma. What is permanent for devotees? God. What is impermanent? Everything else. What you are seeing is continuously changing. Every day you are continuously changing. Every moment your breath is changing. Every moment your thoughts are changing. Every moment your emotions are changing. Everything is changing. And that which is changing, that we have considered ourselves as I. But actually the I is the constant consciousness which does not change. That is discrimination. But at the worldly level, if you want to discriminate, then someone was asking me Shreyas, Prayas, we must move towards Shreyas, what is good. We should not move towards what is which is going to take you down. You should always move towards that which is going to take you up. So what did we do yesterday to take us up? We took the tirth, but more importantly, we ate only khichdi. If we ate very heavy meal, we would be in tamas. We would be very tired. We won't have good sleep. So you moved in the right direction. दोपहर को दबा के खाओ, शाम को खिचड़ी खाओ. So in this manner, anyway. So this is how our mind works. Naradji's mind is also the same mind. So it also worked that way. And eventually, when he repented that I did the wrong thing, this, that, and then some Bhagwan is always forgiving. But he has already cursed Lord Narayana that you will also cry in pain, heart, when your heart throb, when your wife or your that one whom you love is separated from you. And that's what happened in Ram Sita separation from the forest. And secondly, he said, and you will have to take the help of the monkeys to get your job done. And that also happened in Ramayana. This is happening many cycles of creation before. And then many years passed, and Narayana, he decided, now Lakshmi has come and I should have a good time to please my darling, who was for so long she had been away, because she had to take birth as a human being. For something she must have done. So he invited everyone, but he did not invite Brahmaji, he did not invite the Devatas, he did not invite Naradji, and they are standing outside Vaikuntha and watching when will we get our invitation card, and they do not get, and they see Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Apsaras all going in, and gods are not able to go in. And he wonders why, and he is listening to beautiful music coming from inside, and that music is coming from Gyaan Bandhu. Gyaan Bandhu is a musician, he is a Gandharva, and he has attained great prowess in music. And now what is happening? Jealousy. So even after so much knowledge, jealousy can creep in, and eventually when the program is over, Narada, who used to always have direct entry into Vaikuntha, he could not go in. So he remembers the Lord. He says, where am I going wrong, sir? Why am I feeling like this? This is not right. So Bhagavan says, you go to Gyaan Bandhu. So yesterday we told you the story. He went to Gyaan Bandhu. Gyaan Bandhu told he says, welcome, I will teach you whatever I know, and before I teach you, you should know about me. And he told him that I was a king who was the emperor of the whole earth, who had done so many yagyas and yagas, and I was a devotee of Lord Vishnu, and I used to pray to him with singing, dancing, and everything. And I had made a rule, and my name was Bhuvanesh, and I had made a rule that only I can pray to the Lord, and nobody else should sing the glory of the Lord. And what others should do, they should sing my glory. And this was going on for many years, and then one day there was a Brahmin outside the city of the king's city, and there the soldiers were always on the lookout who is breaking the rule, and they find this Brahmin Haripriya, and they found that he was doing puja, archa, dance, music, and praising the Lord, and writhing with ecstasy, and they go and destroy all his samagri and throw away all the prasad that was given, and capture him and bring him to the king. And the king reprimands him and says, you are a Brahmin, I can't kill you, but I will do you desh nikal, I'll throw you out of the kingdom. And he throws him out of the kingdom. And then after some time, when for a devotee it does not matter, kingdom, no kingdom, house, no house, his connection is not with house, his connection is not mere sapno ki rani kab aayegi tu. She was sounding just like you. He was about to sing the song, but then she appeared.
Replaceable.
And then so devotee, his connection is only to the Lord and nothing else. Nothing else matters. And Haripriya did what he had to do, continued singing the glory of the Lord. But here, after some time, as death comes to everyone, the king Bhuvanesh, he breathed his last, and he found himself not in heaven, even after doing so many meritorious deeds. He found himself in hell, and in the hell also in a form of an owl. And there he was wondering, he was hungry and thirsty and no food to eat. For thousands of years he lived like that. And then eventually he remembered, because you have to remember also, in owl yoni, you have to remember, Are Yamraj bhi hai karke. So then he remembered Yamraj. Yamraj appeared, and Yamraj said, you have got this body of the owl because you did this and this with Haripriya Brahmin. And he says, oh, okay, now what do I do? How do I come out of it? And then he says that you have to do 1,000-year tapasya, going back to the earth. You have to live in the kotar. Kotar means the decimated or decapitated body, dead body of that lying there, and you eat on that food, and you will never be satisfied. And when that body meat is over, then you have to eat your own body, and then after that, then you have to do some sadhana. We saw that, and then eventually you will get into the yoni, into the womb of a dog. You have to take birth as a dog, and then you will be born as a human being. Human birth is not just because I want to be human. No, if you are afraid of snake, you will be born as a snake. So yesterday you overcome that. So now those who are afraid of chipkali, remember what your next life is waiting. So get over it. Get over it. How do you get over it? In your mind you consciously bring the chipkali. Pray. Go. Vanish. Yesterday she had a fear of snake. I said, you come with me. She was already shivering. तो उसका हाथ पकड़ के उन सांप को लगाया. अरे, it's so cool. Then we went and had the tirth. She came back and we are just about to lie. I said, no, you go now again and touch independently without me. And she did. Hopefully, अभी आगे कोई problem नहीं होगी. प्रभु की कृपा ऐसी होती है. See? So you have to challenge your fears, not succumb to your fears. You see? Whatever. Emotional, traumatic, past wrongs, past regrets, everything we have to overcome. The game is to overcome. And how do you overcome? Don't react. Don't get panicked by anything. With a cool mind, that all this is happening to the mind, not to me. I am the Atma, the constant one. What is changing? Mind. Mind has emotions, mind has phobias, mind has thought fixations, mind has all the issues are in the mind. And you are not the mind. See? Anyway, that much is enough. And then this Uluk was eating the meat of the body, and that time Haripriya, remember Haripriya, the great devotee of the Lord, who was singing for the Lord? He was going by the Akash Marg in the plain, and he saw this Uluk. Something attracted him. He came down. Hey, how come you got the Uluk body? How did you get the owl body? And how come you are eating this meat? He tells him the whole story. Because of you only I got this. Because I did wrong with you, therefore I got the owl body. But what is the quality of a devotee? He is forgiving and always blessing, and immediately the kindness and compassion flows out of the heart of Haripriya, and straight away he says, I forgive you for everything you have done. But remember, it happened in one moment, but the Bhuvanesh, the king, had to suffer for so many thousands of years. See, what that time was done in repentance. So if we do something wrong, we must repent. Preferably not when someone tells us. We should do the repentance by ourselves. Go take cold shower in the winter, or hot shower in the summer, or give up some food, or go on fast. That is the way to cleanse yourself off. And don't do it just because अच्छा नहीं करना दबा के fruit खाओ. नहीं. Fast करना है, fast करो, and remember what you are doing the fast for what purpose. And chant a bit of, keep surrendering yourself to the Lord. Please take this problem away. Take this wrong deed that I have done, take it away from me. And एक बार बोलना है, बार-बार नहीं बोलना है. Please take it away, please take it away, please take it away. What? I did that. You are reinforcing them. Only once you have to say. And after that you have to just remember the divine. That's all. And in these are just techniques by which we can purify ourselves. And then Haripriya said, Uluk, I also bless you that now you don't have to go through to become a dog and then human being. I bless you that immediately you will get into the human yoni, human body, and you will and then he says to him that now you ask me something. because I have come. अच्छा वो अलग हो गया. So he gives him the blessings and everything. And now the other story that began was Narad. Remember before, how is this happening? Naradji is come to Gyaan Bandhu, and Gyaan Bandhu is telling his previous story. Now that story is over. He got the blessings, and he also got the blessing that, oh look, oh owl, you will go and become one with the Lord. You will be a greater devotee. He will enjoy your singing. And we saw as Gyaan Bandhu, he was enjoying. Lord was enjoying his singing. So to this Gyaan Bandhu, Naradji was sent. And Naradji went to him. He learned the music and all that. And we saw all the qualities that are required, the do's and don'ts of singing. And after that, Naradji said, what can I give you, O teacher, for as dakshina? अब दक्षिणा मांगा है तो ये तो फंसा हुआ है ना. हमको भी ऐसे ही मांगना चाहिए. ऐसे नहीं मांगना चाहिए कि मेरी शादी हो जाए, मेरे बच्चे हो जाए, लेट मी बिकम रिच. व्हाट डज ही आस्क? ही सेज that what was that? That let my name and fame be in the universe even after the three lokas are dissolved. That what he asked. Second boon he asked that may whenever I remember your name, you, O Naradji, all your knowledge should be downloaded to me in whatever field. So if he is in a battlefield, if he finds himself, he should be able to immediately be able to use the weapons. So like that, about music, about debate, about administration. Naradji is expert in all the 64 vidyas. So he says, whenever I remember you, the knowledge must come to me. And then he says, and only because of your grace I will be able to get this knowledge from you, O Narad Muni. I know who you are and what greatness you have, and therefore Naradji told him that may all your wishes come true. Whatever you have asked, let it come true. And also because he was happy with the owl, Bhunesh or Gyaan Bandhu, now Gyaan Bandhu. So because he was happy with Gyaan Bandhu, because he has taught him without any bias, Naradji became very friendly to all the Kinnaras and Apsaras and the Devatas, and eventually he became the best among them. He was such a good student. And out of that feeling of blessedness, he gives him another boon. He says, "Oh Gyaan Bandhu, you will become the Evarshi, not Gyaan Bandhu, the Uluk." We gave Uluk that after 1,000 kalpas, meaning after 1,000 days of ek kalpa, after one kalpa, after the 1 day of Brahmaji, you will become Garuda. Garuda is the vehicle of Lord Vishnu. So you gives that without asking. I explained all that yesterday. And so we are in 29th, 30th. 30th it says, 30th? 20th. He says, तावन्मे स्याद्यशो भागः तावन्मे परमं शुभं मनसाध्यापितं मे स्याद् दाक्षिण्यान्मुनिसत्तमा उलूकं प्राह देवर्षि सर्वं तेस्तु मनोगतम् अतीते कल्पसंयोगे गरुडस्त्वं भविष्यसि गुणगानाद्यच्युतस्य सायुज्यं तस्य लप्स्यसे स्वस्ति तेस्तु महाप्राज्ञ गमेश्यामि प्रसीद में. इतना सुंदर बोलता है. कहते हैं that you, he is not asked all that, but Naradji is blessing him. What he is saying, that through your Gyaan Yoga and everything, you will gain, first you will be, the Garud ki आशीर्वाद देते हैं, and then he says you will get Sayujya Mukti. Yuj means to yoke, union. Yoga comes from the root word yuj, means to unite. And he says you will unite Sayujya. With whom? Lord Vishnu. You will become one with him. That, and then he says, may all auspiciousness befall upon you, and may you become a great intelligent person, and with this blessing I'll go now and he tells the Uluk or Ganbandhu that may you be pleased with me always, because he's the teacher, no? That's why. Eva muktva yayau vipro jetum tumburumuttamam tumburoscha guhabhyashe dadarsha vikruta krutin. In the 20 last verse he says, and having said this, the twice born Naraji, he went away to Vishnu Lok to. Okay. I made one mistake. So many characters are there, and the mistake I made was when all the gods were standing outside the Vaikuntha and Bhagwan had called all the musicians to sing. Out of them, one was Tumburu, not Ganbandhu. One was Tumburu, and Tumburu was singing. And Tumburu was singing more beautifully than Naraji, and at that time Vishnu Bhagwan sent him to Ganbandhu to learn the music. And now he is coming back to Vaikuntha to defeat Tumburu. Okay, so only that part you correct in your mind. And he comes back and he started going to, and when he reached Tumburu's house, he saw many different shaped people standing outside the house. Then Kruttabahu Rupadascha Kruttanasakshi Vakshasaha Krutotta Manga Ungalischa Chinna Bhinna Kalevaran Pura Striyascha Vikrutan Dadarsha Yutasho Bahun Naradena Chate Proktaha Keyuyam Kruta Vigraha. Here he says that people, what are these different shaped people? Some are having no hands, some are having no thighs and no legs, and someone has a cutout nose, someone has an eye in the chest, and someone has the forehead is cut off, some people have the fingers cut off, and in this way variety of abnormalities, such type of people were outside the house of Tumburu. And in thousands and thousands of these paraplegic or funnily formed people, ladies and gents, when Naraji saw, Naraji asked them that, oh, you people, who are you all? And then he says that Naradam prochurapite tvaya krutangaka vayam ragascha graginyo ganena bhinna sandhina bhavata giyate yarhi taryavasthe drushihinaha punastumburu ganena chinna bhinna prarohanam tumburur jivayatyesha tvam marayasi narada तदाश्चर्यमहदृष्ट्वा श्रुत्वा च विस्मयान्वितः उक्त्वा जगामाथ नारदोऽपि जनार्दनं श्वेतद्वीपे स भगवान् नारदम् अपराह माधवः गानबन्धौ च यद्गानं न चैतयेनासि पारगः तुम्बुरो सदृशो नासि गानेनानेन नारद. Now, and then they all those Viklangas are funny formed disfigured people. They said to Narada, he says, because of your bad singing, all our limbs have been cut. Because of Narada is a student. So he thinks he has, whatever he has learned, he has paid the Guru Dakshina, came, and we don't know it is now or the previous singing. So he says, because of your singing, all our limbs were cut. And who are we? We are the various ragas and swaras. So they say that because of you, all our limbs were cut, and we are all the various ragas and raginyas and swaras. And we have not yet come back to our originality. When you sing, whenever you sing, this is what happens to us. You all have experienced that. When you sing, what happens to others? That's why you close your eyes and keep going on. Who cares what happens to others? So it's an atrocity. So they say, whenever they are telling Naradji, whenever you sing, this is what happens to us. And then after that, when you sing, we become like this. Then we all come to Tumburu, and when he sings, we again become normal. And then again we listen to, when you start singing, again we break up. We become like this. And again we have to come here to become complete again. So in this way, remember, who are these? They are the various swaras and ragas.
So good to imagine swaras and ragas like a human being.
तो वही है. But because all अपने शास्त्रों में हर चीज के लिए एक आकार दिया है, यानी they are, जैसे you see sun, there is a sun god.
Yes.
Similarly, all the swaras are also, when you go to various temples, you will see them in form also.
To visualize it like जब हम गा रहे हैं तो इन स्वरा
कि वो डांस कर
बेसुरे में गा रहे हैं,
पता चला उसका हाथ गिर रहा है, हाथ कहाँ चला गया? मैं गलती गा रही हूँ या गा रहा हूँ. Out of tune, out of swar. Anyway, so he brings us back to life and you kill us. This is the conclusion. And and in this way, when he was insulted in this way, he said to them, fie upon you, you are absolutely, don't know, you're telling me that I am like that? And he becomes very, feels insulting, and he goes to Narayana, and there in the White Island, Shweta Dweep, there the Lord told Narada, what? That here in the 30th verse, we read the 30th verse, what is it? Gana bandho cha yad ganam na chaite nasi paragaha tumburo sadrusho nasi gane na Narada. After thousands of years, Naradji has done his sadhana, and he comes back, and the first thing that he comes to hear, imagine what happens to your self-confidence. Because of you we die, and because of Tumburo we become alive. And he has come for what? To defeat Tumburu. That idea itself is wrong. You are learning music to please Lord, not to defeat Tumburu. See? So he feels affronted, and he goes to Narayana. There, what does Narayana say to him? Narayana says that Gan Bandhu, the knowledge that he has, that when you, that whatever knowledge Tamburu has, that knowledge you have not gained yet. You have gained it from Gana Bandhu, you have gained knowledge from Gana Bandhu, but it has not become one with you yet. You have to do, put more efforts. With the knowledge of music, but that you have gained from the Gana Bandhu, you will not be able to equal or defeat Tumburu. And in this manner, then द्वापरान्ते भविष्यामि यदुवंशकुलोद्भवः देवक्यां वसुदेवस्य कृष्णनात्मा महामुने तदानीं मां समागम्य स्मारयैतद्यथा तथं तत्र त्वां गानसम्पन्नं करिष्यामि महाव्रत तुम्बुरोश्च समं चैत्र तथातिशयसंयुतं तावत्कालं यथा योगं देवगन्धर्वयोनिषु शिक्षत्वं हि यथा न्यायम् इत्युक्त्वान्तरधीयत ततो मुनिप्रणम्यैनं वीणावादनतत्परः देवर्षिदेवसङ्काशः सर्वाभरणभूषितः। आगे कभी दो कर लेते हैं। तपसां निधिरत्यर्थं वासुदेवपरायणः स्कन्धे विपञ्चीमाधाय सर्वलोकांश्चचार सः वारुणं याम्यमाग्नेयम् ऐन्द्रं कौबेरमेव च वायव्यं च तथैशानं संशयं प्राप्य धर्मवित्। And in this manner the Bhagwan tells he says in the Vaivasvat Manu, we are in the Manvantara called Vaivasvata Manvantara, and the Manu, the first person, his name is Vaivasvata Manu, named after the Manvantara. What will be his wife's name?
Vaivasvati.
मनु की वाइफ का नाम क्या होता है?
शत्रुघ्न।
हाँ, तो हर मनवंतर में उसकी वाइफ का नाम शतरूपा ही होता है. एंड शतरूपा's children then get married. Daksha is born and others are born, and their wives, their children and their daughters, they go and get married to all the rishis and others, and then the progeny, the population keeps increasing, and that's why we all belong to some rishi. हम बोलते हैं ना, हम भारद्वाज गोत्र के हैं या अत्रि गोत्र के हैं, कश्यप गोत्र के हैं, शांडिल्य गोत्र के हैं. सो दोज 7 or 9 ऋषिज which were the mind born sons of Brahmaji the creator, these daughters of Daksha, as well as they all get, Daksha is also the he's not the child of Manu, Daksha is the Brahmaji's child, and he is the administrator. He creates rules and regulations how the creation is going to work out. So all these potentialities are there, but those potentialities work only if the Shakti is there with them. Sun cannot be hot if the heat power is not there. Sun cannot be light if the light power is not there. Similarly, you cannot be a human being if the power of mind is not there. So that is presented. That is a part of you only. But so Ishwar and Prakriti, या Ishwar and Shakti, Shiva Shakti बोलते हैं ना, तो Shakti is the power. Shakti gives the Ishwara in a presentable form to you. And what is that presentable form? From Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Then afterwards they multiply to become all the gods and all the various Surya, Chandra, Nakshatra, planets, etc., etc. So in this manner, in the life of Vaivasvata Manu, and in his 28th yug, when the see, what did we say? One Manvantara has 74 cycles of Chaturyug. 74. In the 28th cycle, in the Dwapar Yug, and at the end of Dwapar Yug, in Yaduvansh, I will be taking birth as, who will be taking birth? Yaduvansh? Krishna. So he says, I will be taking birth as, so till then he has to wait. Oh great sage, Vasudevji and Devki, I will be born to them and my name will be Krishna, and at that time you come to me and you remind me what I have just told you. So Bhagwan is giving him an assurance that there is hope, but you have to wait for so long because you have committed a wrong. And you see, beautiful, हमको भी ऐसे करना चाहिए, गलती नहीं करनी चाहिए, लेकिन देवक्याम वासुदेवस्य कृष्ण नाम नामहा मुने. So he is saying, I will be born to Devki and Vasudev. तदानीं मां समागम्य स्मारयैतद् यथा तथम. And that time you come to me and remind me of this incident as it is. and because he is Bhagwan, so he will remember everything. And then he says what? Tat tavat kalam yatha yogam. यही है ना? नहीं. तत्र त्वाम गान संपन्नम करिष्यामि महाव्रत. And tam tumburoshcha samam chaiva tatha atishaya sanyutam. Then he gives him assurance. What is that? That at that time when you remind me of this incident, I will initiate you into the Gana Vidya, and you will be complete. For God, for the Lord, how much time does it take to initiate someone into anything? Instantaneous, isn't it? So he says, that time I'll do it, not now. Right now your still jealousy is there, still competition is there. Competition and jealousy will not allow you to reach the pinnacle. You have to do it out of devotion to the Lord, as well as to the whatever you want to learn. And then you will be equal to Tumburu, and I will make you even better than Tumburu. I'll make you even better than Tumburu. Okay. Then that time, and till then, what you do? That is in 28. This is a long time ago. Many, what you call cycles of creation before. And this is in the Vaivasvata Manu. So that means when he's saying in Vaivasvata Manu, in the 28th cycle of Chatur Yuga, that time I'll be born. So Vaivasvata Manu has not even come yet. So that for that long, he's telling, what do? You go to all the Devatas, Gandharvas, Apsaras and Vidyadharas, and you learn music from them as a student. So first he learned from Ganabandhu. Now he is sending him to all the Devatas and Gandharvas and Apsaras. And after having given him the instruction, Bhagwan went away from there, and that time he did pranam to Veena, and immediately and from that time he started learning the Veena Vadan from the Dev Gandharvas and start holding the Veena on his shoulder. He kept moving around all the various lokas and singing the glory of the Lord. Varuna, Yama, Agni, Indra. Varuna is the god of waters, Yama is the god of death, Agni is the god of fire, Indra is the god of heavens or mind and hands. And Kuber is the god of wealth. And Kuber, and in all these directions where all these gods are there, and also where the Vayavya, where the wind god is there and the Ishan god is there, that is the sun, and he kept moving in all these directions, going to them, and he was dvidhagrast, he was disturbed. And even though he is a righteous person, Naradji, but still he is disturbed. And what does he do? Gayamano harim samyag veena-vada vichakshanaha gandharvapsarasam sanghaihi पूज्यमानस्ततस्ततः ब्रह्मलोकं समासाद्य कस्मिंश्चित् कालपर्यये हा हा हूश्च गन्धर्वौ गीतवाद्य विशारदौ ब्रह्मणो गायकौ दिव्यौ नित्यं गन्धर्वसत्तमौ तत्र ताभ्यां समासाद्य गायमानौ हरिं विभु. And he was good at playing the veena and singing the name of the Lord. He went to the Gandharva Lok, he went to the Apsara, Lok, and there, as he's also getting better, he's learning, he's singing, and their people, and they all know. See, when someone knows someone is great, हाँ, अगर वो बेसुर भी गाएगा तो सब लोग तो प्रेज करेंगे ही ना, क्योंकि हाउ डेयर यू. So Narad ji is Narad ji. Everyone knows who is Narad ji. So he is going singing and they are singing. हाँ हाँ बहुत अच्छा, थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू. वो भी वेट कर रहे हैं. जाओ. And after some time he went. But see what they are telling here is that as he is going through various lokas. What are the lokas? Bhur, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Tapaha, Janaha, Mahaha, Satyam. Satya lok, these are the 7 chakras, the Kundalini. The Satya lok is the Sahasrar, which is equivalent to Brahma lok, the creator, and the others. So as he is singing, he is going beyond the Mooladhar, the Swadhishthan, the Manipur, the Anahat, the Vishuddhi Chakra, Agya Chakra, and now he has reached Sahasrar just by singing and learning from each lokas. So whoever the people are there is learning from them, and he is moving ahead because he is a good student, and he goes there and he attained to Brahma Lok. Remember, through music you cannot attain to realization. You can only attain to relative immortality. This much from Vedanta point of view. There in Brahmalok, there were two guys who were very expert in music, and one's name was Haha and the other's name was Hoo. क्या story घुमा रहे हैं. So one was Haha, the other was Hoo. There were two divine Gandharvas in the Brahmalok, and they used to sing for Brahmaji, and there when Naradji reached, he learned from them also, and he sang the glory of Lord Mahavishnu, and then Brahmana cha mahatejaha pujito munisattamah tam pranamya mahatmanam sarvaloka pitamaham chachara cha yatha kamam sarvalokeshu naradaha punah kalena mahata gruham prapya chatumburoh veena-madaya natrastha tatrasthairapya lakshitah surakanyashcha tatrasthaha षड्जाद्याः सहधैवताः व्रीडितो भगवान् दृष्ट्वा निर्गतश्च सत्वरं शिक्षयामास बहुशः तत्र महामुनिः कालेतीते ततो विष्णुः अवतीर्णो जगन्मयः देवक्यां वसुदेवस्य यादवोऽसौ महाद्युतिः. Then he says that these Haha who were there, and he started learning from them, and there Brahmaji also sang the glory of Naradji, who had learned from Haha and Huhu, and attained to that state where Brahmaji is pleased with him, and then from there he did pranams to Brahmaji, and he kept moving. Naradji, by his free will, he has free entry to all the lokas. Where is your entry? Where is your entry? On the Prithvi Lok, and Gandharva is where imaginations are fantastic. That is Gandharva. And also to your imaginary Lok. These are the only two, and there is one more Lok. No Lok. Nidra. Lok of ignorance. Sleep is a state of ignorance. So these 3 places you have. That's all. If anyone is going into samadhi, that is one more. But in samadhi also we go into lay. We don't remain awake. We get lost into the tandri avastha, into the yoga nidra. Yoga nidra, you don't have to forget yourself. You have to be awake. So then all these things happen. So anyway, because Naradji has now through music opened all his chakras, meaning learned from every chakra or every plane of existence and all the beings in that existence, and kept moving ahead and reached Brahmalok. And now, having reached there, he is moving around in all the lokas at free will. How many lokas are there? 14. 7 higher, 7 lower. But he has freedom to move in the, because he goes to asuras also and tells them, hey, this fellow is coming, be ready. He tells, so he's got freedom to go anywhere. And by his free will, and after a lot of time had passed, he again he came to Tumburu's house. Remember what was his music doing to the people, to the rag and raginis? They were losing their limbs. Now again he comes back to Tumburu and plays the veena with him, plays the music with him, along with him, and by learning from him. And in this way, there he says, and all the apsaras and beautiful girls and the those who are adept at music, they were all living with Tumburu, and nobody became deformed. And seeing this, kya hua? And then seeing this, Bhagwan, before this, when Naradji saw all this, that all of them are complete with limbs and living with Tumburu, he became very ashamed that his music was so atrocious that all of them were deformed. And again he felt he had a feeling of kya bolenge? Not guilt, incompleteness. And he goes away from there, because I don't want to make them deformed again. He doesn't stay there, but he goes away from there. And because he's ashamed that his presence brought about that. And thereafter, and again, Naradji went other places, and there he taught and learned, and many long time has passed. And after that, when Vishnu Bhagwan took avatar in 28th cycle of Chatur Yuga to Devaki and Vasudeva, and to see him, he went to Raivataka mountain, Raivataka Parvat, to see our Krishna. And there Naradji reminded Sri Krishna of this previous incidents, that which Krishna Narayana had told him, when I take birth, you come and remind me, and I will make you equal to Tumburu. And then what he does is, Tam pranamya mahatmanam sarvalokapitamaham chachara cha yatha kamam sarvalokeshu naradaha punah kalena mahata gruham prapya cha tumburoho वीणामादाय तत्रस्थः ये कर लिया क्या आपने? नहीं। तत्रस्थैरप्यलक्षितः सुरकन्याश्च तत्रस्था षडजाद्या महाध्यैवता, हो गया ये। व्रीडितो भगवान् दृष्ट्वा निर्गतश्च सत्वरं शिक्षयामास बहुशः तत्र तत्र महामुनिः कालेतीते ततो विष्णुः अवतीर्णो जगन्मयः। तो ये कर लिया ना। देवक्यां वसुदेवस्य यादवोऽसौ महादितिः. So he went to where Devaki and Vasudeva had given birth to Yadav, that is our Krishna Bhagwan. Sapta Swarangana drashtum Gana Vidya Visharadah Yayau Raivatake Krishnam Pranipatya Mahamunihi Vyagyapaya Dashesham Tat Shvetadvipe Tvaya Pura Narayane Nakathitam Gana Yogarthamuttamam तच्छ्रुत्वा प्रहसन् कृष्णः प्राह जाम्बवती मुदा एनं मुनिवरं भद्रे शिक्षयस्व यथाविधि वीणागानसमायोगे तथेत्याह च सा पतिं प्रहसन्ती यथा योगम् शिक्षयामास तं मुनिं ततः संवत्सरे पूर्णे नारदं प्राह केशवः सत्या समीपमागच्छ शिक्षस्व तथा पुनः. He says, and then where the Lord had taken, he went to the place where Lord had taken birth, and then that Naradji, who was expert at all the musical instruments and singing, and the Sapta Swaras were also at his, he had also won them, or no, not won them, to see the Sapta Swaras, which he has not, still eluding him. He went to the Raivata Parvata, and there he went and did pranam to Krishna and reminded him of all the previous incident. And when all this was told to Krishna Bhagwan on the Shweta Dweep, and you had told me that come here and I will give you all the knowledge. The moment Krishna Bhagwan heard this from the mouth of Naradji, he started laughing, and Krishna Bhagwan told Jambavati cajolingly, "Hey, oh auspicious one, this Jambavati is who?"
Jambavan's daughter.
Jambavant. She's a Jambavant is a bhalu, rich. Uski beti hai. And so they are coming, Adivasi type honge. So Krishna Bhagwan saying, "Oh auspicious one, you teach him music." खुद नहीं सिखा रहे, उसको बोल रहे कि उसको सिखाओ, and teach him in a proper manner. And she says, "I have to teach him Veena." Okay, saying this, and then smiling, she started giving education in Veena Vadan to Narad Muni. And when one year was over, Krishna or Keshav said to Narad, "Now you go to Satyabhama. First Jambavati, now you go to Satyabhama. And again you learn from her." Because he had, how many were the main wives of his? अभी वो सबके नाम है, कैसे वही सप्त स्वर होंगे. So he sends her to Satyabhama, and Narad Muni learned from Satyabhama also. After that, and then she was very intelligent. Satyabhama was very well versed in everything. A very, very educated girl compared to our अभी जो पहले नाम था जाम्बवती. And she also gave knowledge to Naradji. Then again 1 year was over, and he again came to Krishna, and Krishna said, "Now you go to Rukmini." And he went to Rukmini's quarters, and there many beautiful girls and dasis were there surrounding Rukmini. Ukto saugayamanopi naswaram vetsi vai mune satah tatah shramena mahata yavat samvatsaradvayam kshikshito tada devya rukminyadhijagau munihi natu swarangana prapa tantri yoge mahamunihi ahuya krishno bhagavan swayameva mahamunim anikshayadame atma Gana yogamanuttamam. She says, "Oh great Naradji, by singing the swaras don't come to know you." Now knowledge is being given. By singing you can never come to know the swaras, and only after lot of practice and you have to lose yourself in the swaras, then they become yours, not by just I know this, I know that, nothing happens. So Naradji did put a lot of effort for 2 years, and then he got the knowledge from Devi Rukmini, but the great Narada, he could not gain the Tantra Yoga, which all the Swaras or Swarangana is the female energy, or the Kundalini is also female energy, Swaras are also female. So their Tantra Yoga, whatever is Tantra Yoga, we will see how they are explaining. If they don't, then I'll tell. So through Tantra, what they were adept at Tantra Yoga, but Naradji could not master the Tantra Yoga of the Swaras. And then Sri Krishna called Naradji to him, and he himself gave the knowledge of Gyana Yoga to Naradji. And with this knowledge which he received from Naradji, whatever that Tantra Yoga which was missing in him, which the Swaranganas were having, now he was able to have it. So another word, that merely by singing you cannot gain mastery over singing. Only by the grace of the divine you can get mastery over singing. Simple thing. So he has sent him to all the various lokas, he has sent him to all few of his wives, he has gone to Rukmini also. There all the swaras were surrounding the Rukmini, yet he could not learn. It is only by the grace of the Lord that you become master of all the swaras. So that is the point that is being made here. And then we will just do 7 more and then conclude. Krishna dattena ganena tasyayata swarangana brahmananda sama bhavan naradasya cha chetasi tato dveshadayo doshaha sarve astam gata dvija irshya cha tumburau yasin naradasya cha sagata tato nanantam devarshihi pranipatya janardanam uvacha cha hrishikeshah sarvajñattam mahamune प्राचीनगानयोगेन गायस्त्व मम सन्निधौ एतते प्रार्थितं प्राप्तं मम लोके तथैव च नित्यं तुम्बुरुणा सार्धं गायस्व च यथा तथम् एव मुक्तो मुनिस्तत्र यथा योगं चचारसः. Then he says that then he got the knowledge from Sri Krishna himself, and he got the knowledge that Tantra Yoga Siddhi that the Swaranganas had, and as a result of that, Naradji was in Brahmanandam. Within him, Tantra is what? Here it is not told what is Tantra and what is Yoga and what is Kriya Yoga, etc. So what is Tantra? Tantra is an ability to see the divinity in the variety. That variety is not other than the divinity. And in today's Tantra Yoga, here Tantra Yoga is through music. In today's, what they do, the 5 Mas, Machi, Maithunam, Mas, Machi, Maithunam, Madira, and there's one more. So, because these yogis are so body identified, so they want to overcome their obsession with the world. So, what they will do, they'll eat dead meat, putrefied meat, and to the worst case scenario, they become aghoris. They sit on dead bodies, and then the putrefied meat that is there in that body, they once maggots and all that, then they eat, so that their attraction to eating is overcome. Then alcohol, they drink alcohol, but they should not become drunk. They should remain witness. Then Maithunam, coming together with the opposite sex, you are allowed to, they do copulation, but they have to remain alert. It is not for that sake, but it is as a sadhana. Then Madhura, Maas bola na? Maas, Madhira, Maithunam, and Machi.
Machi will be same as mass.
Maas, वही. So कुछ और दो है. तो ऐसे, so they try to overcome with that. Now here we don't, in music we don't need all that. So somehow we have to change our vision to see everything in this world as divine. That is important. That is the main goal of Tantra. So we are not denying the world, but we want to transform our vision with reference to the world. That is the main thing. And now, if you go a little bit deeper, where have the Sapta Swaras come from? What is the source of sound? Om. Good. Om is the source of sound, isn't it? So Om itself has become A, A, I, I, U, Ru, 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 A, I, O, Au, Am. These are all the natural sounds that have come out of Om. Then as these natural sounds bounce against each other, friction is created. Through that friction, then ka kha ga ghanga cha cha ja jaya ta tha da da na ta tha da da na pa pha ba ba ma ya ra la va sha sa ha. These are all ka kha ga ga, they begin from here. Then cha cha ja ja, they begin from there. Then ta tha, not ta tha da, kya hai? Ta tha da da, the top palate. Then ta tha da, they begin from teeth. And pa pha ba ba ma, they begin from lips. So the entire vocal tract is covered. Where does the singing come from? Only this track, isn't it? It cannot come from outside. So Om itself has become the Sapta Swaras. That itself has gained the various forms. And in fact, all the Swaras, the consonants, themselves have become the whole creation. Ka means kala, kha means space, ga means gati. Each alphabet, the vyanjan, what is that vyanjan? Consonants. Each consonant is reflective of one aspect of the creation. So I just given you 3-4 of them. The ka is kala, the change. Or kal bhi bol sakte ho, time. Then kha, the word kha means space. Ga means gati. Gati means movement. And like this, every, uski puri science hai. So each one of the, all the way to sha, sa, ha. What is the conclusion? Ha, ha, hu, remember? In Upanishads also, ha, hu. When you reach the ecstasy, these are the words that come out of you. Ha, hu, ahamannam, ahamannam. So that is the climax. So that is our climax, that when we are moving in this creation, are we continuously in ecstasy, or are we in differences and comparisons and competitions, and the more we give validity to differences, to that extent our desires will keep inculcating inside. We will want something from this world to complete ourselves. Then what is the way? The way is, in spite of what the world is coming to you, you must remain in the poise that I am the source. From me the world has come out. From you the waking world comes out every morning. From you, in the mind alone, the dream world comes. And in you, the waking and the dream become unmanifest, and you go, and your mind goes to deep sleep. But who knows that every day from child till today we have had waking, dream and deep sleep? Someone is there, no? It's not someone outside of you. You are the person. So you are the source. We forget. We forget that we are the source. तो ये साधना जो है तंत्र योग से, and some people don't want to go that way, but ठीक है, but everything has to be converted. Eventually, once you know that I am the Atma, then this Atma is everything. That means this world is also nothing but Atma. वो तंत्र योग से हो जाता है. It is a bit harder. It has got lot of pitfalls, because if Kundalini is rising or the practice is going on and you I'll take a what क्या बोलते हैं तुम, पढ़ते पढ़ते बीच में एक छाल छुट्टी ले तो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, sabbatical. गया काम से. Many people take sabbatical in Sanskrit. They come to learn Sanskrit at home. So they take sabbatical. When they come back, we have to start from zero. They can't remember anything. Practice makes a man perfect. And so all this sadhana is not to prove anything. It's to recognize goal of all sadhanas. Even music sadhana is to realize you are the source. And that will happen only by grace of the divine. When all our sadhana, or even every interaction here, speaking to each other, everything is reminding you that some higher power is expressing as speech, some higher power is expressing as the vision, some higher power is expressing as the life itself that is expressing through you. When you are focused on the life principle or the Atmic principle, then automatically integration starts taking place within your mind. All differences start becoming zero. And you don't have to go to, and you should not go to sleep. And in this way, Devarshi Narad, all the dvesha, he disliked Tumburu because he was a greater devotee of the Lord, and Lord was only asking him to come to Vaikuntha to sing. So all that dvesh became dissolved, and whatever the jealousy that he was having in his heart towards Tumburu, that also went away. And then this must happen. If we are calling ourselves a grown up, I am a grandma, I am a grandpa, I have grown up, and you are still feeling jealous, you are still feeling competitive with other people, so that doesn't look nice. We have to be, what is maturity or wisdom, where everything is a play. You don't take anything serious, and your attention is on the divine. So here Naraji has come to that point, and therefore when this dvesh and irsha is jealousy, when he saw that going out of his mind and heart, there was ecstasy, and he started jumping and dancing, and Shri Krishna told him, "Hey, great Narada, now you have become all knowing. Now you have become all knowing. Till now you were not. You were thinking you were all knowing, but that's why comparison was there. That's why the jealousy was there. Now you have become free from all sins. Now you have become free from all differences, and now you have become Sarvajna. Sarvajna means you have become all-knowing. Now you sit next to me and you sing according to the gyaan yoga which you had heard that time. Now you sing in front of me, and this wish of yours has been completed because of me, Bhagavan is telling. And in the same way, there also in my loka, in Vaikuntha, you will be able to sing, and now from now onwards, whenever you go to Vaikuntha, there along with Tumburu, you will be singing the Gyana Yoga in my presence. Before he was not allowed, now he is allowed. Now the story is that part of the story is coming to a conclusion. And in this manner, the Narad Muni, he started moving around in the world. And then, ये last वाले कितने हैं? Only five more. तथा सम्पूज्य यत् कृष्णं रुद्रं भुवननायकं तदा जगौ हरेस्तत्र नियोगात् शङ्करालये रुक्मिण्यां सत्यया सार्धं जाम्बवत्या महामुनिः कृष्णेन च द्विजश्रेष्ठः श्रुतिजातिविशारदः एवन्ते मुनिशार्दूल प्रोक्तो गीतक्रमो मया ब्राह्मणो वासुदेवाख्यं गायमानो निशं द्विज हरे सायुज्यमाप्नोति सर्वयज्ञफलं लभेत् अन्यथा नरकं गच्छेत् गायमानोऽन्यदेव हि कर्मणा मनसा वाचा वासुदेवपरायणः गायत् शृण्वन्तमाप्नोति तस्मात् श्रेष्ठप्रियं वद कथितम् इदं पूर्वं जानकी जन्म पूर्वं श्रुतिसुखम् अतिगृह्यं स्नेहतस्तेति दास्यहं कलूपकूलविपक्षं भव्यदानैकदक्षं नृभिरविरतवन्द्यं सर्वदेवाभिनाममम्. So he says, कहाँ गया? Then Naradji, he did puja of Sri Krishna, and then he went taking the permission of Sri Krishna, who is none other than Narayana. He went to Shankarji, Shankar Lok, where some of you have been to Kailash. So he went to Kailash, and there and he sang now the newfound ability, without any jealousy, without any comparison, without any what you call competition with anyone. It's a different mukta that brings about mukta kantha. Mukta kantha is openly, full-hearted you are singing, because there is no competition with anyone. So after that he went to Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, and along with Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati and Sri Krishna, he started singing the songs. Hey, Naradji, I have told this whole process of Geetakram, how to sing and how to achieve proficiency in singing. And what did we learn from the whole story? That it is only possible through the grace of the Lord. But that does not mean that you don't do your practice. You have to do the practice. And I have explained to you all this, twice born. And you continue singing the glory of the Lord. Harika. And any Brahman, or Brahman means the one who's, what did we say, who is a Brahmin? Always you say half. What is knowledge and?
Not keeping any possession, giving away.
In this context.
Knowledge and teaching, forgiving.
If I say you, he whose knowledge reflects in action is Brahman. What he knows, that, and where does action take place? Manasa, Vacha, Kaya. In the thoughts, in the speech, and in the bodily action. So whatever is your knowledge, that must reflect in your thoughts, it must reflect in your speech, and it must reflect in your actions. Not like the air hostesses. On the face, hello sir. बेवकूफ कहाँ से आ गया फिर? You know, they are all laughing in the front. They are taking, सब किसी न किसी को मुर्गा बनाया उन्होंने वहाँ पे. And then just let's quickly conclude. Then he says, any Brahmin who sings the name of the Vasudev, so सब स्वर छोड़ दो, भगवान का नाम पकड़ लो. Take the name of the Lord. Everything will be at your fingertips, because he will present you everything. He gains union with the Lord, and also all the yagyas. See, yagya means what? What is a yagya?
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. What is the sacrifice? At the physical level, what is the sacrifice? That you light a fire and you offer ahutis and lot of paraphernalia is required and lot of do's and don'ts are there. Now, at the speech level, what is the sacrifice? What is the speech? There it is fire, right? What is the speech expression of? Fire. The element fire expresses a speech. So those who are little bit evolved, they will know that this speech is a result of fire. So continuous ahuti is going on. What is the ahuti? What is the offering you are making with in this fire of speech? We know fire, fiery speech bolte hai na. Wait. So what type of words are you offering into it? Are they away from the other than the Lord, or are they of the Lord? So Bhagwan ka naam lo. Dekho. See. So in this here it says that so whatever is the result of every yajna, every sacrifice will always give you a result. Our attention is not on the result, but we perform the sacrifice correctly. And how do you, if you are thinking of the world and doing a sacrifice, it will always have some shortcoming in it. It cannot be perfect. The world is perfect only in essence, but as name and form, world can never be perfect. Can never be perfect. Even if that name and form is that of Ram and Krishna, it has to go away from the creation. In essence, it is perfect. Similarly, in essence, you are perfect, but as name and form, you are imperfect. You understand? So here he says that every sacrifice will give you a result. So you do the sacrifice for the Lord, use the body for the Lord, use the speech for the Lord, use the thoughts, make the thoughts go towards the Lord. Whatever is the result, it will be auspicious. It cannot be anything else. And in this way, anyone who doesn't do this, who doesn't sing the glory of the Lord, he goes to hell. I'm not saying. So he who does not sing the glory of the Lord but sings the glory of mere sapno ki rani. Sorry. खुश हो गया. Anything other than the Lord you think and sing, and naturally then when you think about it, you want it. But here when you're thinking of the Lord, singing the name of the Lord, you want the Lord also. And that alone can give you the completion, the poise that Naraji has gained now. And in this way, anyone else will go to Narak, means he will get caught up in the world. For us, that is. And with getting caught up in the world, which is Narak, what happens? Then Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Anger, greed, jealousy, envy, hypocrisy and ego, arrogance. So these are then you are not collected, you are not united in yourself, integrated in yourself. And then here he says, by mind, by speech and karma, again what I have already said, that is telling here that one must use his mind, speech and actions for remembering the Lord, and he must continuously listen only to the Lord's glory and not the world glory. He must listen to Lord's glory. And in this way, as a result of this, what will happen? He will become Priya Bhashi. He will become sweet tongue. His speech will become purified, and a purified speech is a sweet speech. And such a person who is speaking sweetly, not कहेंगे क्या बोलेंगे, कर्कश खड़ूस. हाँ, इसने खड़ूस बोला दिल्ली वाली भाषा में.
Khadus is not for words though. Karkash is more.
कर्कश, खड़ूसपन बोलते हैं ना.
Khadus is like behavior, not words, not words.
But words alone are making the whole creation.
Yeah, but आपके context में Karkash is more apt.
Okay, take Karkash. That means harsh speech, detrimental speech, putting someone down, that type of language, all this goes out of him, and he's Katu Vachan, and he speaks nicely. If he has to say sorry, says sorry. कोई ego नहीं है कि भाई मैं ही ठीक हूँ बाकी सब गलत है, ऐसे सब नहीं है. And then people are such people, when you see Mahatmas, people automatically get attracted to such people who are so integrated from within. And in this this unexplicable, pleasing to the ears, or deep birth of Janki ji, before Janki was born. Now, why this whole story is told? It is a connection between birth of Sita ji, and this is the prologue of to the birth of Sita ji. So he is saying here that I have told you lovingly, and when you listen to this story, all the sins are destroyed, and it bestows auspiciousness. And all those who are intelligent or clever, who? Human beings. Who is clever human being? Who knows what is good for him and not good for him. So what is good for you now after you have heard the story? Only taking the name of the Lord and thinking of the Lord and surrendering to the Lord. So he says, those who are clever human beings, for them it is very auspicious, this story, and also for the Devatas, they also gain lot of merit by listening to this story. And with this, इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये आदि काव्ये अद्भुत उत्तरकांडे नारद गान प्राप्तिर नाम सप्तम सर्गः. With this we conclude the 7th chapter in which of Ramayana, which has been composed by Valmiki ji, which is a beginningless poetry, and it is the wondrous part of the wondrous Uttarkand. And the topic here in this whole chapter was how Narad ji gained the knowledge of singing, and it is thus we conclude the 7th chapter. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Sit quietly for a moment.